Okay, now I want to draw your attention to the fact that when Baba Jamal Singh came to Punjab and was asked by his master Swamiji to do work in Punjab, he was walking along the bank of a river and he saw that there was a madman standing there. And the madman was shaking his head and hands like this and said, "This is going to be a town here." Baba Jamal Singh stopped there. He said, "This is going to be the Dera."
Wow.
He built a little hut for himself and said, "Somebody will come and build a Dera here." After some years, Baba Sawan Singh, great master, who was a civil engineer, he came and found, or rather Baba Jamal Singh found him in the workplace, and then he came to the Dera. And Jamal Singh told him the story, how a madman had indicated this is going to be Dera. And Hazur Maharaj Baba Sawan Singh, great master, said, "This will be the Dera." He built it up. It's a big township today, and it's called Dera Baba Jamal Singh,
Beautiful.
named after his master.
Yes.
How would you like it if I tell you the story, how we found this place?
Yes.
Because when we came, there's a river here called Chippewa River.
Yes.
Chippewa?
Chippewa River. Ajibwa River. In their language, Ajibwa River. But the French call it Chippewa.
Yes.
And that river flows right behind that land. And when we came looking around at this area for the resort, we found a madman waving his hands and shaking his head.
Wow. Yes.
I said, "This is the place."
Really?
Yes.
Come on. Who was the man?
Madman was Sam Body.
40. Yes. Same 40.
Really?
And we said, and the story of this place started from that day.
Yes.
We decided to buy this land for a Dera. Now, how would you like it if this also comes up as Dera Baba Sawan Singh?
Beautiful.
Named after my master.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And the whole of Dera Baba Jamal Singh was built by donations in kind, in cash and in labor
Yes.
by people.
Yes.
They brought the material for building. What couldn't be brought by them was bought with the money they donated, and they personally worked on that land, and we called it Mitti Seva. Mitti Seva, dirt Seva.
Dirt Seva.
That means they worked on the ground.
Yes. Yes.
How would you like it if we repeat the whole thing here?
Yes.
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 How many of you are ready for it?
Yes.
Very good. Then we'll go and start this work. It looks like a very similar situation. So I feel that Great Master's prediction that the access of spirituality will shift to the United States of America, localized a big way here, is coming out to be true. And I think this will be a great place for people to assemble, have satsang, and maybe many perfect living masters will come here in due course. Is that a great prediction? Yes. The master made the prediction, I am only repeating it. About 100 years ago, a man who was a follower of Swamiji, a mystic in Agra in India, the place of the Taj Mahal, a man from Punjab who followed that master, came to his own province, own state of Punjab, and stood on the bank of a river and saw a madman dancing there with his hands clapping like this. He said, "Why is this man dancing here?" And he asked him, "Why are you dancing on the bank of this river?" He said, "Because," that madman said, "because a big dera is coming up here. A big spiritual center is coming up here." That man said, "I am going to settle down here." And he built a small hut and he settled down there. That man's name was Baba Jamal Singh. He lived there for a few years and appointed one of his disciples whom he had met in the mountains as his successor. And the successor's name was Hazur Maharaj Baba Sawan Singh, the great master who was my master. I am tracing back this history to tell you that when a man just indicated by waving his hands, this will be the place on the bank of the river, that this will happen one day, it all happened. And I was there to see it. Many years ago, I came to this country because the great master in the 1936-37 said, when I was 10 or 11 years old, he said this axis of spirituality will shift to the United States of America. He said most of the spiritual progress will be made in the West, but localize itself in a big way in the United States of America. He said this in my presence to a number of people. He said this in a number of letters he wrote to American disciples in the United States. Copies of those letters are available. I could even read out some from my iPhone where I copied them. In letter in 1937, where he says the American country is preparing for a spiritual revolution. And although they don't know it, they don't know that they are preparing to meet a perfect living master. But their seeking is so strong that they're bound to meet a perfect living master. And when I heard this from the great master, I said, one day I must go to this country. And when I was able to come, I came quickly, retired from my job in India, and came to get a ringside seat to see the show. Now I'm watching the show. But when I came here many years ago and went to many places, I came to the state of Wisconsin and walked on the banks of river Chippewa, the river Ojibwa, and this girl was with me. And a semi-crazy man, not fully crazy, but semi-crazy man began to dance like this. I said, this is such a repetition of history in the United States. I said, this place will one day be a spiritual center. That place is on the river Chippewa in a town called Bruce, Wisconsin, north of Bruce, Wisconsin. And therefore, this non-profit organization that's arranging these meetings, the Institute for the Study of Human Awareness, ISHA for short, they purchase some land that one day a spiritual center will come here. Last time I came here, I saw this place is getting ready for a similar spiritual center. My master, the great master Hazur Maharaj Baba Sawan Singh, built up the dera, the ashram, the spiritual center on the river Byas in India and named it Dera Baba Jamal Singh after his master. As a tribute to his master, he built, it's become a very big place now with millions of people going there every year and great spiritual center. And I spent so many years going there. But when I find the great master saying the axis of spirituality is shifting here, some months back I went back to the spot and looked at it. And I said, what better tribute can I pay to my master but to do the work that he did for his master and to set up on that very spot where the crazy man was waving his hands, Dera Baba Sawan Singh, named after my master. Therefore, I propose to establish and set up a small center of spiritual activities where we can assemble, like we're assembling here. And I would like to build a small place like that with my own hands. But at my age, 85 plus, my body and hands are a little feeble. Secondly, I've never been a builder. I don't know if I can build it with my own hands. I may need some help. I would like to ask the few people assembled here if you would like to help me to build that center, Dera Baba Sawan Singh, on the river Chippewa in Brooks, Wisconsin. I will need help with hands. I will need help with experts in construction activity who have done this work before. I will need help with people who can draw up a plan for that place. I will need help with people who can donate some material for that place. Even if I make a very small place, even if I make a small conference hall like this one, even of prefabricated stuff if I make one, I will need some material for that. I may need some money to buy other things and other specialized labor that we cannot provide ourselves. I wanted to know if there are friends of mine sitting here who would like to help me. Those who would like to help me, thank you very much. I am very assured Dera Baba Sawan Singh will come up on the spot that I have marked already. And those of you who are interested in seeing it, seeing the area, seeing the spot, are invited. After the Bandara tomorrow, I will make a formal announcement, getting your support already with so many hands showing up. I will make an announcement on Bandara Day, Great Master's Bandara tomorrow, that we are going to set up Dera Baba Sawan Singh in the United States, according to his predictions about the shift of big real spiritual movement into this, where several masters will come to guide the seekers of this country down at that place. I can foresee it already. And therefore, if you want to join me after Bandara, if you're staying on here and would like to come, we can do a little work looking at the land and pulling out a few weeds and symbolically preparing it for the work to be done. How many of you are staying on till the 3rd of April morning to be able to come there? Thank you very much. Thank you. Also, the great master used to suggest, as many masters have said, that if we do service, which is called seva in Indian language, if we do seva without expecting reward, it helps us in meditation. Because a lot of the obstruction to meditation comes because we expect too much. We expect too much in life. Our expectations destroy our happiness. Too much expectation destroys even meditation. Therefore, to live a life of what comes I will take, to go with the flow, is a great way to live. But to constantly say, I have done this, what am I getting in return? I have been put in so much effort, what will I get? I love that person, does that person love me back? When we have so many expectations, we have as many disappointments. If we have no expectation, we have no disappointment. Therefore, we have filled our life with disappointments by too many expectations. Great Master said, and I agree with him, that if you do seva, service, for the Master, for a friend, for people in general, if you do service without expecting any reward, it prepares you better for meditation. Indeed, at one time he said, it is equal to meditation. And you can see the result in meditation, how quickly you make progress. So that is why this service is very important in spiritual literature and spiritual doctrines. But they say that service is of three kinds. There is service with your body, which is physical service. You carry things, you help people, you serve food, you do things, you work in the kitchen, you carry somebody's bag. This is all physical service, and it's a very good service. Second kind of service is to give a donation with money. You write a check and give it, and you're done, without expecting a reward. That's also service. The third service is with the mind. The service with the mind is to meditate without expecting any result in meditation as an offering to the Master. When you meditate and say, Master, today's meditation is meant as an offering to you, that's service with the mind. If you do all these three kinds of service, you're bound to make good progress on the spiritual path and change your life. You can try it out. It works. The service is so important. I have always suggested to people that it's an old tradition to give charity. All doctrines, all traditions have said 10% of your net income, if you give as charity, it's a good number. It does not hurt you too much. It helps you a lot. 10% of money charity is good. You should also give 10% of body charity, which means work, volunteer work. If you can't work every day, work on weekends, work on vacations, voluntaries, serving people without compensation. That's also service with your body. Then give your meditation, if not all of it, at least 10% of it, as an offering, as a mind seva. If you do all these things, then you are bound to get some benefit. In the Dera, when we were young and growing up, the great master, we always had great pleasure to do all kinds of seva. It could be anything. I still remember I was very small, and great master, there was no electric power and it was very hot in summer, and they used to fan with a big fan. My size and my fan size was the same, but I used to take the fan and try to fan the master during his discourses. It was seva. Today, I meet you and come for Bandara, I am doing the same seva. For me, there is no difference in this seva or the fan that I used as a child. It's a service to the master. So when you do any kind of service to the master, if the master is not available, then you can do service to his disciples. If the disciples are not available, do service to anybody. But so long as you do some service of this kind, which is physical, it covers the body seva. In the good old days, in the Dera, we used to have what was called mitti seva, dirt seva. Mitti seva meant you work on the ground. And all of us used to go and work on the ground. Used to sometimes carry bricks and loads, because the Dera was on the bank of a river and there was a bluff, and we were taking up some of the fillings from one place and putting it another place. Today it's grown a lot onto the river area also. So, but it was just part. We enjoyed it. When a building came up there, I remember there used to be a very enlightened soul, a Mastana, the Balochistan Mastana. And he used to walk with a basket of bricks on his head. And I loved to walk with him, but I could carry only one brick. So I would have one brick on my head, he had a basket. And we would walk together to take it to the construction site and put the brick there. And that's how a big, beautiful satsanga, place of discourses, came up, where the great master not only discoursed, he also gave initiations there. I saw all that with my own eyes growing. I hope I'll live long enough to see something similar happening in the United States on the bank of the river Chepeva, in Dera Baba Sawan Singh. So this is something, symbolically, we can start doing it on the 3rd of April, immediately after Bandara. Now there are no bricks to carry, yet. There is no steel to haul, yet. There are no walls to bring up, yet. But they will come. And whatever way we can do anything for it, it'll be good seva. I would like to participate myself in that as much as I can. If necessary, I'll come repeatedly to this location, to this site, to be able to put my share of work and labor on that. And I'm very happy that so many of you raised your hand. Are there any people here who have any expertise in construction work? Wow, we have plenty. Thank you. Are there any people who are familiar with sources of material for construction? Very good. Thank you. Are there any people who can donate funds for this project? Thank you very much. We have everything in plenty already. And if there is not, more will be coming in. When we were working in the Dera in India, I got into a job position where I was responsible for public works. I met all the top architects, builders in that position in the government. And when I found it necessary to get an architect to design a building or a landscape architect to design the landscape, I was able to pick the top nominated prize-winning architects and builders and bring them to the Dera to help in the construction. And they all became disciples of Great Master just by coming there and meeting him. I'm sure we have these people sitting in the wings. They will come here too. And they will also help us in this work. So I wanted to inform you of this because it's a secret wish of mine. And I've been holding it back for a long time. And I said, when the time is right, I will share it with my friends. Today I felt the time is right, and I'm sharing with you. Because they say that the year 2012 is a year of great change. Some people think the change is going to be disastrous. That because the Mayan calendar ended, therefore everything will end in the world. No, it doesn't mean that. It only means we're turning a new page, turning into a new era, turning into something more spiritual than ever before. So it's going to be a great change in this year. And that's why I thought it's a good time to make the announcement. I'm very happy, and I give you Great Master's blessings to all of you at this time. Those who are staying until tomorrow, I'll be seeing you at the site of the new Dera Baba Sawan Singh. I'm very happy that after my announcement yesterday, a number of people have already come up to me. So we'll build the place, we'll contribute to it, we'll make sure it is done. So I got an immediate response yesterday, and I now on this Bandara Day declare that on Route 40 in Bruce, Wisconsin, will be established on the land already acquired by the Institute for Study of Human Awareness, the Dera Baba Sawan Singh, as my humble tribute to my Great Master, who's given me everything that I share with you, and much beyond. And Huey McCaffrey, who's standing there on the side, he will be responsible for working that out. So those who will be there tomorrow, I'll be very happy to see you again there and participate with you in the preparation of the land for the building. Meantime, we have a group, I'll talk to them today, who will be assembling the information, architectural designs and so on for the place. Two designs have come up to me immediately after my announcement yesterday, and they have drawn up the pictures, and from whatever they could see, the shape of the new Dera Baba Sawan Singh, they saw in their image. I was very happy to see they have resemblance to what I see in my mind. And therefore I was very happy at their insight into this, into the future of a particular place. It's just a building, it's just a small place, but it signifies a center place where we can get together, and we know we can get together to get the discourses. Maybe I don't know how many future masters will come and be able to do the work of the Great Master over there. So that's why it is my tribute to the Great Master who's given me everything. Not only given me, given everybody who has come in contact with me. I have not given anything. I am very clear on that. If you think I'm giving something from my pocket, he first, quietly from the back, puts it in my pocket, and I take it out and give it to you. So it's not mine, it's all Great Masters. Thank you very much for participating in this Bandara with me. I really appreciate it. God bless you.
We've been doing satsang little by little, but now we're on video. Mark here, who's been the blessing, who has done all this video and brought people to 127 countries to enjoy Ishwar now, is covering every detail that he can possibly cover for us. And Great Master has us here today to do satsang on a hill that will be a wonderful, wonderful building for a teaching center. And this teaching center may expand and expand. It may get so big, it may be the greatest teaching center on the North American continent.
जो मांगे ठाकुर अपने ते सोई सोई देवे नानक दास मुख ते जो बोले इहाँ उहाँ सच होवे नानक दास मुख ते जो बोले इहाँ उहाँ सच होवे जो मांगे ठाकुर अपने ते सोई सोई देवे जो मांगे ठाकुर अपने ते सोई सोई देवे चतुर दिशा की नो बल अपना सिर ऊपर कर तार्यो कृपा कटाक्ष अवलोकन कीनो दास का दुख बिदार्यो जो मांगे ठाकुर अपने ते सोई सोई देवे जो मांगे ठाकुर अपने ते सोई सोई देवे हर जन राखे गुरु गोविंद राखे गुरु गोविंद हर जन राखे गुरु गोविंद राखे गुरु गोविंद कंठ लाए अवगुण सब मेटे दयाल पुरख बख्शिंद जो मांगे ठाकुर अपने ते
as I said in the Bandara, that my master, Hazur Maharaj Baba Sawan Singh Ji, who we call Great Master, I would like to call him the greatest master. But in deference to other masters, I am willing to call him Great Master. Okay, the Great Master paid a tribute to his master for the sake of other followers of the spiritual path by building a small dera or a place where they could hold meetings and where they could hold satsangs, initiations, things like that. And that he named Dera Baba Jamal Singh. He named it after his master. I had said I would love to do that too, just out of respect and tribute to my own master. So I announced at the last Bandara in April that I would like to have a Dera Baba Sawan Singh. And since he says the axis of spirituality is shifting to America, I thought it's appropriate to set it up in America, the United States of America. And so we chose a place in Wisconsin, Bruce, Wisconsin. I wanted to find out how he chose the place. After all, he must have chosen the place. And I found his master had chosen the place by a very unique method. The method was, there some followers of his were visiting that river Beas in India, and walking along the river, and they saw a madman putting his hands up and saying, "This is it." He was crazy. "This is the place. This is the place." And the master said, "This is the place." I said, "Now I have to look for a crazy guy." I found one. And we decided to walk along the river in Wisconsin because we heard there were a lot of retreat centers going on there. And there were a lot of lakes and rivers. So we found one river. The original American Indians call it Ojibwa River, and the French who came along that Mississippi River later named it Chippewa River. So the Ojibwa River or Chippewa River there, we were walking along, then we found some spot which was looking nice, and this crazy man began to wave his hands. I said, "This is it." And that's where we are going to have Dera Baba Sawan Singh. And we are going to construct. I had mentioned in Bandara, I wish I could do it with my own hands. I wish I could put the bricks, the mud, the stones, I could put with my own hands. But I have grown old. I have just crossed 86 years of age. At this age, one doesn't do manual labor. At least I'm making an excuse, I can't do manual labor. In any case, I've never built anything. So I said I need some help. So many people said we would like to help. So we are now well underway. This morning, in a meeting of the board of directors of the Institute for the Study of Human Awareness, ISHA, that runs these programs, including this one where you are attending now, that non-profit organization to whom donations are tax-free, because as a non-profit organization, you get a certificate and you save your taxes. So that organization passed a resolution this morning creating a committee to do the fundraising and building and supervise the building of this Dera Baba Sawan Singh. I'm very happy that the board took that decision. And it's under the able chairmanship of Paul Bauer from New Mexico. Paul Bauer, who's a geologist, knows about the soils and has written scientific papers which are very impressive. So that gentleman who is here, you can meet him and get an idea, because he's chairing this committee. And then we have people like Garrett and Charlie and others who are the members of the board of this committee, and they are going to supervise and work this. So we are doing a fundraising for this because we will need funds. We may also need other help. If any technical people are available and want to donate their time for this, I'll appreciate it very much. It will be help to my project. And if there are non-technical people who just want to say we can provide some work labor for a few hours someday, that will be welcome too. It's really on the same pattern how the Dera Baba Jamal Singh was created in India, that I am thinking that a Dera Baba Sawan Singh will be created in the United States of America and will be a good rallying point for spiritual masters and maybe many masters to come in this country in the future, because I am sure there will be many perfect living masters coming down the road in this country. That's what the whole shift of the axis of spirituality is about. So I would like to know if any one of you attending this session would like to help in this project of mine. Oh, that looks like a good number of people. Thank you very much. You will be hearing about the way that this is to be done and the way you can donate your time. And if needed, if they can tell you what materials are needed, somebody wants to donate materials, they can donate those materials. Those who cannot donate time or just want to donate cash or write just a check for them, they can send a check. They are going to make arrangements on the website. So somebody who wants to donate for this project on the site, they can also do it just by PayPal or something, by pressing some buttons. And they can, this is a country with modern technology, and you can pay by pressing buttons. I don't know if you have the money or not, you can still pay, but I was surprised that credit cards were created like that you could buy things without money. And you have to buy now and pay later. But anyway, there is going to be some arrangement. I thought I'll mention to you that this committee has today been set up, and we are going to work throughout the winter. We will raise the funds. We'll draw up the drawings. Some preliminary drawings have already been drawn up. I had a look at them, and they look good to me. And there's enough place for seating many more of us than what the crowd here is. So we're expecting there may be a growth of the number of people coming to these events. So we are making provision for that. We're making good provision for a kitchen and for a dining area, and maybe provision for parking, provision for kids being taken care of, things like that. So they are working on it. This committee is a very competent committee. They are working on it. And if anybody wants more information about it, you can contact either the executive officer, Vidas, or you can contact Paul. And we have a professional fundraiser who has been raising millions of dollars for other organizations. And of course, this one is a little bit different. But I think she has agreed to accept this challenge. And I'd like to introduce her, Ann Johnson. Ann Johnson has been raising funds for the university. And just recently, she's been promoted on a more important assignment of raising funds for the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra, which is a big organization. So I'm very happy that she has agreed to volunteer her seva and her time for fundraising for Dera Baba Sawan Singh. So I'm really glad that so many of you are joining hands with me, and this is a very good time for me. Good time to celebrate 21st of December also. That change is really coming about. This is a big spiritual change, and you will see how the spiritual seekers will be able to find the answers to their questions they have been asking for their life. And they'll find the answers now, from now onwards. So it's a real big revolution in thinking, in spiritual thinking. So I'm happy to be a part to that. And of course, I'm happy to be watching this. I'm sitting on the ringside seat of this new show, and I'll be really enjoying it. And thank you very much for very patiently listening to me.
Satnam, Satnam, Satnam ji, Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru ji. Satnam, Satnam, Satnam ji, Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru ji.
Satnam, Satnam, Satnam ji, Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru ji.
Satnam, Satnam. ਸਤਨਾਮ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਜੀ
ਸਤਨਾਮ 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 ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਜੀ
ਸਤਨਾਮ 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 ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ